welcome to this week's Trade with Precision free newsletter video edition. My name's Craig Cobb, and I want to take you through a couple of things that have been sort of popping up as a number of questions over the week. First of all being CAD. Well, not just first of all, but that will be the session. It's on the Canadian dollar. It's been extraordinarily weak, okay, for quite some time now. Let's have a look at it. This is the US dollar versus the CAD. Since this uptrend kicked off, this bullish candle in the buys, and we've seen CAD weakness just so significant across the board, and you can see here, it's just played out so beautifully well. Look at that pullback back into these old highs, back into an old level of support and resistance. Tested it, boof, off it goes again. It's just trending really well, and it's playing out very nicely. Again, a pullback in here on the weekly, a nice move once again. It's just a really strong trend. Canadian dollar weakness, very clear and obvious. A level of resistance, break, push on, waiting to get a pullback in here. Now the point I'm trying to make here is not so much what I'm looking to trade right now. I just want to show you the difference between trends that are open and valid and good to trade and ones that are not so good at the moment, and that's based on what the indicators are telling us. So first of all, we see on the 240 or the 4 hour, you can see the trend starting to get a little bit messy up here, but we still have these higher high in MACD and RSI, so that's convergent. So with that being the case, I'd be happy to continue to watch and wait for trading opportunities on dollar CAD. Probably look for the higher time frames, the 480, the daily, that sort of thing, for pullbacks into that buy zone, but we have convergence across the board there from the 4 hour higher. Now having a look at CAD yen as the next one in the list, again a really strong fall here from CAD yen, looking very much to the low side here. Again, coming and looking at the 4 hour, what can we note from here? Pull back into the sell zone that we talk about all the time, move back in, move back in, move back in, move. We've got some nice convergence still as we see the lows from here to here. We've got price converging, so that's also another trend that I would be very much willing to keep a close eye on, because the indicators are agreeing with price. Note I say the indicators are agreeing with price and not the other way around, because price is king. Alright. The next is CAD Swiss. So once again, a very strong fall on CAD Swiss. I think it's not into a downtrend just yet without that lower high and lower low. On the 4 hour, it's certainly in a downtrend. Look, beautiful trend here. Difference with this one is this. Look at the low here in price to this new low over here, and the indicators, okay? The MACD is showing a higher low, the price is showing a lower low. This is showing that the indicators are not in agreement with price, and therefore there may be a significant or a bit of a pullback. Now it may not, it may continue to fall. However, for me and the way I like to trade, I want to have all confluence of events occurring at the same level. The fact of the matter is that we've got divergence here in this particular trend, and because of that and the overextension, I would be leaving it. So from CAD Swiss we go on to EuroCAD, and EuroCAD, I mean, obviously had a big push up as well, a big, very strong move up. It's not the most defined uptrend on the daily because we just haven't got that, that good higher low, that good pullback on the daily. However, we jump to the 4 hour and we can see a very nice trend in play there. Thing is with the 4 hour, once again, have a look at this, right? As price has been making new highs, indicators are not, especially the MACD. The RSI had done on these two highs. However, now with a new high here, it's a lower high. It's divergent. When it's divergent, it shows me that the trend's not quite as strong, and I would like to avoid that, keeping in mind that we may see a bigger pullback. On the 480, it's not divergent, so a pullback on the 480 would be satisfactory. Something back into these areas here would be ideal, back into that old level of resistance there. So yeah, at the moment EuroCAD and those lower time frames, not really too interested because there's a bit of divergence playing out. Higher time frames are fine. On to Sterling CAD now. Again, a big push up, a break through that resistance without absolutely no doubt whatsoever in the mind of Sterling, breaking straight through and not pulling back. It's not in an uptrend on the daily, but on the 4 hour you can bet your bottom dollar that it is. It's in a wonderful uptrend. Okay, have a look at this. We see this pullback into the buy zone that we do talk about frequently. Okay, it's not just one reason that we take a trade. We have multiple reasons to take a trade, and that really leads me into this week's webinar. And this webinar is going to teach you more about what I'm talking about. Have a look here, trading webinars for this week. It is learn a simple 6-step trading strategy. Now I've talked about the buy zone, I've talked about convergence, I've talked about trend, and I've talked about divergence. If you'd like to know more about these elements and other elements and really learn a bit more about the trading strategy, because yes, we use that buy and sell zone frequently. Yes, we use trend. Yes, we use convergence and divergence of the indicators, but you're not going to learn how to use them on a quick 6 or 7 minute video. Mind you, you're not going to learn the full use of them on a 1 hour or 1.5 hour webinar either, but you are going to get a much better understanding, as we will go into a lot more detail there. And I suggest that you get onto it. The webinar this evening is for the 8 p.m. Auckland, 6 p.m. Sydney, 7 a.m. London and 2 a.m. New York, or you can catch it in the Northern Hemisphere at much more watchable times the following day. For us in Australia and New Zealand, that'll be at 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. the next day, whereas in London it's 8 p.m. and 3 p.m. in New York. Again, you will learn more about those strategies in there, the ones that we work with, and a lot of the details of the technical analysis that we use. So guys, coming back now, we've got sterling CAD, as I said, in the buy zone, bullish candle in the buy zone. Indicator convergence, very nice. I'd probably be liking the look of a pullback on maybe the 720 or the 960. All of those timeframes are convergent and looking really nice. Aussie CAD, as you can see, very strong trend. Let's have a look at this level here on the weekly. Yes, there's definitely some resistance there. So that's one thing to note. There's resistance there. There is also the level of parity just up ahead. Well, let's have a look down on the 4-hour time frame now, on the 8-hour. The 8-hour we pulled back into this level very nicely, bullish candle move higher. We have, however, gone into some divergent times right now. As we see higher highs in price, indicators are not matching those higher highs. Divergence back in. Once again, divergence is a potential sign of a weakening trend. So both on the 4-hour and the 8-hour, I'm not too interested, because we do have some divergence there. We also are at a resistance point on the weekly, and we do have parity ahead. A lot of reason really to see Aussie CAD pull back, so one I'm going to be avoiding for the time being anyway. And finally, Kiwi CAD, once it comes up, here it is, a very strong move up, nice weekly uptrend, daily trend pushing on very strong. We have a nice push on the 4-hour, really nice trend here. We've got flat indicators. Okay, so the RSI is convergent. The MACD is kind of just flat, it's kind of just flat at the moment. It's one that I would keep on my radar. Certainly though, if I was to see one of the others like sterling CAD, which has very strong convergence, which is an agreement between price and indicators. Again, it's price and then the indicators, because price is first, indicators are derived from the price action, so they follow price naturally. I would like to see and like to be trading a market where both the price and the indicators are in agreement, very strong, like sterling CAD has been. New Zealand CAD, it's a bit flat at best, so it's on my radar on the 4-hour. Definitely on my radar on the 8-hour, looking for a bigger pullback, because we have very good convergence here, looking for a nice deep pullback into this buy zone here on Kiwi CAD. So guys, that is a breakdown of CAD weakness this week and the trends and the charts that I like, the reasons I like them, and a bit of a glimpse into how I use convergence and divergence to decide which trends I'm going to be trading for the week. And yeah, not just for the week, but in general. Don't forget to get yourself registered for the 6-step trading strategy that is tonight, the 15th of December. And with it being December too, guys, I need to let you know that we do have some Christmas specials available. So if you have been sitting on the fence and considering working with Trade with Precision for a while, but you've just not pulled the trigger yet, then now is the time. Guys, jump onto the webinar, register yourself for that to learn more about what these specials are, or you can email info@tradewithprecision.com. If you join up in December, you will get some really good bonuses, and you don't need to start in December. You can start next year if that's how it suits you. Guys, if I don't speak to you before the end of the year, then have a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, be safe, trade well, and I'll meet you again next year. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.